Vince McMahon has stepped down as CEO and chairman of the World Wrestling Entertainment. So here's 10 reasons why Finny Mac sucks. Number 1.
Cheated on his wife, not just in storyline with Trish Stratus, but in real life with this paralegal. And God knows how many people before that as well. It's probably not the first time.
That's storyline as well.
It's probably, yeah, it could be storyline tonight on SmackDown. Probably not the first time he's cheated on his wife. Probably won't be the last time he's cheated on his life. Whether it be storyline in real life, the genetic jackhammer is always willing to cheat, and those grapefruits are always pumping somebody. So, reason number 1. Reason number 2, jobbed out Owen Hart. Owen Hart needed that ambulance more than the WWE product, I think. I think the WWE could have survived without having an ambulance there, but whereas Owen Hart did not. So, valid reason there.
That's a very valid reason, and still to this day I don't understand why Bret Hart jobbed out and went back to the WWE, because for this reason alone, like, I would stand by Bret Hart if he didn't, because you think of this, it's fucking, I mean, I've no problem with the show continuing, but the fact they didn't use the ambulance is a fucking,
yeah, it's a bit, I mean,
it's a wee bit of a disgrace.
I kind of respect McMahon's loyalty to the product, but I mean, the guy's dying, let him take the ambulance, or he's already dead, let him take the ambulance. Reason number 3, he threw Chris Benoit under the bus.
This can go for sucking and also being the man, but yeah, he threw him under the bus. One night, Benoit's the man, memorial show. Next night, we didn't know who Benoit is.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, he didn't even try, and I'm not saying it's to defend Benoit, but he just basically came out and painted Benoit as a monster. He never tried to look at it from a different perspective, or he never even says, you know, what Benoit did was a horrible thing that we can never forgive, but the Benoit that we know was a nice person. He didn't go for any of that. He just completely came out and says that he doubled down, said Benoit was a monster. Benoit was always a monster, and they didn't know that they had this monster working for them for the entire time. So, yeah, no, I don't expect him to come out and paint a nice shiny picture of Benoit, but I do think he kind of threw Benoit under the bus. Reason number 4, been giving us a shite product for like 15 years now. It's absolute pish. When was the last time wrestling was good consistently? It has to probably be 2007, 2008, 2000. It wouldn't be any later than 2009, let's be real.
Nowhere near would it be. But I'll tell you what, this whole cabaclo is going to make some good TV tonight.
Aye, what, for 10 minutes? Product's been shite for...
Well, it's the most consistent you'll get of goodness.
Product's been shite for 15 years. No storylines. I mean, barely get any good matches anymore. No star power, no hot women, no nothing. No good comment. Pish. Wrestling's pish, right? And it's McMahon's fault, because he's the guy. He could make it good if he wants, but he doesn't. Plus, he's in denial. He seems to think it's better than ever because it's making more profit, which just isn't true. Could you imagine if they still had the same numbers they did back in the day? Could you imagine if they were, with the like amount of marketing and social media available to them these days, could you imagine if their product was as good as it was like 20 years ago? The amount of money WWE would be turning over, it would be insane. Number 5, the XFL. It failed. Not only once, but twice. It sucked the first time. He brought it back and it sucked again.
It didn't even get going.
Well, yeah, COVID fucking screwed me. Normally, Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart. But this time it was COVID screwed XFL. So, yeah, nah, XFL failed.
You thought the first time it couldn't get any worse, and the second time it just got 100 times worse?
Fucking failed big time. Reason number 6, he stole WCW from Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff was willing to break the piggy bank and buy WCW, but McMahon came in, stole it from underneath
his wallet.
I mean, the amount of money that McMahon bought it for, he might have had in his wallet, to be honest.
It's mad. He actually paid this woman more than he did for WCW.
That's fucking incredible. You know, and what did he do with WCW? I mean, not a lot. He gave us WCW on Raw one night for 15 minutes and everyone turned on. They lost like 80% of the audience. Fucking hell. I mean, yeah, it was bad. Then the Invasion. He wouldn't buy any of the big contracts out. So, the Invasion, we got a bunch of mid-carders coming in. How come mid-carders come in and invade the company? It doesn't really work that way. For a real invasion, you would need the top guys, you know, you would need the Hogans, the NWOs, the Stings, but we never got that for some reason until later on down the line. So yeah,
when the invasion was done.
I mean, not only did he steal WCW, but the whole invasion thing. I mean, it was okay, but if he was willing to pay If he wasn't fucking wasting money on the XFL, the whole invasion could have been a lot better. Incest storyline. He wanted to impregnate his fucking daughter. Now, Stephanie McMahon's hot. I'm sure most people would want to impregnate her, but you have to remember that McMahon's her dad, so you know you have to kind of draw the line somewhere. I mean, it's not too bad if fucking Triple H and Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton and all the boys want to do that to Stephanie, but as much as Vince McMahon wants to consider himself one of the boys, you know, it doesn't make much sense. You know, it's his daughter. There's two people that shouldn't want to have sex with Stephanie McMahon, and those two people are Pat Patterson and Vince McMahon for obvious reasons. Pat Patterson doesn't swing that way, and McMahon
does swing that way,
but shouldn't, but it's his fucking daughter. Reason number 8: he killed ECW, and I don't mean in 2001. I mean in 2006, right? He brought it back. We had the 2 great one-night stands. They brought it back. We had hope, we had expectations, and within 4 weeks, the fucking Big Show was world champion. What chance did it have? No chance. No chance in hell. Big boring bastard Big Show. I mean, you go from RVD, then you get a stupid marijuana case, and then you get Big Show shoved in your throats for 7 months. I mean, how can a 1 hour show be good when Big Show's taking up at least 15 fucking minutes of it every main event? Big Show involvement. Thoughts on Big Show?
It was painful to watch, and as much it's almost like he did it on fucking badness. I'd say he did do it.
He probably planted the drugs on RVD and Sabu just so he could get the belt on Big Show. I mean, there was some. I'm not going to say it was all bad. People say it completely sucked. It didn't. I thought the first year was decent, but I mean, it could have been a hell of a lot better, right? If it wasn't for Big Show. And,
the Big Slow.
And especially coming after the 2 one-night stands, you know, those one-night stands were so fucking good. The expectations were so fucking high, and then, you know, within a month we get Big Show as the champion. And
there's a million other people who could have had this belt.
Yeah,
it's fucking had it for so long. I mean, 6 months, fucking more than 6 months.
I mean, the rest is
6 months.
The rest is history, right there. Reason number 9: the steroid scandal. Pretty huge scandal.
1993.
I believe he stepped in as CEO back then. As him for a while, did he not?
He came in with a neck brace, faking it. Sympathy folk. What's he gonna do with that? He gonna do over that tonight?
I mean, come on, look at the wrestlers in the 80s and the 90s. How can you deny they weren't on steroids? It's not possible.
I know. I mean, fucking idiot. He's lucky.
He's probably putting. I mean, instead of putting sugar on their fucking cereal, he was probably sprinkling steroids. So, how many? What do you want? 2 fucking spoonfuls of steroids in your coffee there? I mean, the steroid scandal was real. Not that it was a big deal, like, but why lie about it?
It was probably the last biggest threat to McMahon than this right here.
Well, I mean, just why lie about it though? You know, I mean, we know there were steroids going on. It's
well,
not...
if he didn't lie about it, he would have got fucked.
Well, that's true. Woo! And reason number 10, last but not certainly least, he fucking sold out to the Saudis, right? He took the Saudi Arabia blood money. For years and years and years, we couldn't get a good show. We couldn't get a legend. We had to beg to get something good. Couldn't get it. Then the Saudis come with their blood money, and all of a sudden, Undertaker's coming back. Shawn Michaels is out of retirement. But could we get that at WrestleMania? Could we get that at the Rumble? Could we fuck? But then the Saudis are willing to pay a bit of money, and HBK finally finds a smile again. His back's healed and he's forgot about God, so he can go and put on a show.
Not only that, you can
so he can go and put a show on for Allah. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
You get fucking Tyson Fury as well.
Tyson Fury.
Cain Velasquez.
Did we get it at WrestleMania? No, but we get it at Saudi Mania. Because McMahon, so, and even after, you know, they stopped the whole airplane from flying off and they held them hostage essentially. I mean, McMahon should have just sent out the guns. McMahon should have got the fucking Undertaker to what's the leader of Saudi Arabia called? The
Mohammed bin Sahim or something?
Fucking tombstone him 6 feet under. That's what McMahon should have said to Taker. You get him up and you tombstone him, damn it. But nah, we didn't
that
get.
Don't work properly.
We didn't get that. Instead, we'll probably get another Saudi show sometime later this year. So there's 10 reasons why McMahon sucks. But we're feeling generous, so you're gonna get a couple of bonus reasons right here. Bonus reason number 1. He likes cocks, according to DX. If DX said it, you know, it must be true, because Shawn Michaels and Triple H have never lied, as far as I'm aware.
Nope.
Speaking of that, he enabled Pat Patterson to molest kids, and he also likes cocks. So, yeah, there's bonus reason number 2.
And they both tie in.
Yeah, I mean, Pat Patterson, he did I mean, he invented the Royal Rumble, so I guess we'll cut him some slack. I mean,
You can touch kids, mate, as long as you invent good match types.
what did Jerry Briscoe do? Absolutely nothing. But Pat Patterson, that boy invented the Royal Rumble. You got any more bonus reasons here, or just should we end it?
I think we should end it. It's not. I mean, you can't not end a video on Pat Patterson touching kids.
Yeah, maybe 10 reasons why Pat Patterson sucks coming soon. But anyway, guys, that's 10
No, wait,
reasons.
actually, no, reason number 13. Unlucky. He married Linda McMahon. What did he say? What did he say? Linda McMahon's a boring. It's like the opposite of him.
He probably married Linda McMahon just so he could have a kid, then tried to have sex with Stephanie. The genetic genius, Vincent Kennedy McMahon.